Are you looking for ways to improve your website's conversion rate? Well, maybe it's time to consider reducing the number of pages on your website. Hi, I'm Johnny. Oftentimes, I have the opportunity and privilege to sit down with a business owner to talk about how we can help them redesign their website. And typically this means that this website was built about 2 to 3 years ago, has an outdated look and feel, is about 10 to 20 pages, but simply isn't producing qualified leads through this website. But ironically, through our analysis, we often find that 80% of the results driven through this website happen on 20% of these pages. So what that means is, on a website that has 20 pages, only 4 of those pages are resulting in the quality score that is actually allowing a visitor to take action. So inside of this, we call that at Zilla's a website's core. So if you're looking to redesign your website so that way it can maximize its conversion rates and opportunity for you, my suggestion is to start with its core. We've consistently been able to take websites with 20 to 30 pages down to 3 to 5 and triple and quadruple their conversion rates by simplifying the message and making it a clear funnel for the visitor. So how does identifying your website's core actually lead to higher conversion rates? Well, for one, let's look at the attention span. The average attention span of a visitor on a website is about 8 seconds. And just think about how you use the internet. You have multiple tabs open, you have Facebook on, you have Slack bouncing up and down, grabbing for your attention. So we need to make sure that the attention that we have on our visitors are on the specific pages that work. And I just want you to know that these pages need to be professionally designed. Don't think you can just eliminate pages from your website and that's going to result into a higher conversion rate. You have to have the intention to make sure that your brand's message is clear, it has a great, strong graphical representation, and it connects to the consumer so that way they can perform the action that we want them to take. The second reason why your website's core can lead to higher conversion rates, it's that it clearly defines a funnel. If we really analyze the 20% of those pages that are achieving 80% of those results, it's because those pages contain information that's helping that visitor understand what their pain point is, why you're different, and really the value proposition in which your business is existing online. So by eliminating those other pages, it helps us really slim down that funnel so there's a clear focus on what we want that visitor to do and when. So by reducing those pages, we can make that path very easy and provide a clear funnel for the visitor to take through your website. And the third reason why your website's core can lead to a higher conversion rate, it's the competing interests. If you think about it, when you have more options for the visitor to take and to think about, they start being faced with making a decision on which link should I click or which button should I select. And that can often lead to what's known as decision paralysis, where there's so many decisions to make and I don't know which clearly I should take and I end up not making the decision at all. It leads to higher bounce rates, lower time on site, and ultimately low conversion rates. So by slimming down the focus of that website, we can make sure that the interest that we want that visitor to take is clear. And in turn, it allows us to maximize the conversions on that page. So how can you find your website's core? Well, identifying your website's core can be a science of its own. But what I wanted to do is provide you with a little bit of insight on where you can get started. Started actually identifying the 20% of the pages that are yielding 80% of the results. So where we're going to look is Google Analytics. We're going to start identifying what pages have the highest page views, the lowest bounce rates, and the longest time on site. So once you've filtered your date range on a time frame that will give you a clear picture, then you can dive into the behavior section of Google Analytics. If you go to Site Content and click All Pages, this will generate a report that will show you all of the contacts and the page views for each page on your website. A page view identifies when a page on your website's been visited by a browser. It can be one of the basic areas of measurements used in identifying your website's core. So by default, Google will show you all of the top pages based on page views. You also want to identify an average time on page, a bounce rate, and a % exit. So now that you've identified what those top pages are, you have to make sure that it fits inside your funnel. If those pages can't string together well to guide the user down a path, then you should reevaluate what those pages are. So you want to make sure that each of the key pages in your website's core string together to tell your story and help that visitor take an action. So if you're embarking on your next website redesign project, consider reducing the amount of pages down to its website's core in order for you to really unlock its potential and maximize its performance opportunity. And if you need any professional assistance at all, helping you analyze your website so that you can come up with a plan for your website's core, please feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to provide you a free assessment on how you can help turn your website into a conversion optimization machine. So stay tuned to next week's episode of ZillaCast. Thanks for watching.